and maybe give you some ideas as to how to set yours up. But anyhow, I'm going to start from the back on it and work the way to the front and then show you some of the modifications that I did. Hope you like this. This is a Mercury 50 horse. It has a Vengeance stainless steel prop. It's a 12 by 22 pitch. Run the boat at 31 miles an hour max speed. Boat is a really nice fishing boat. I can get in some very shallow water with this boat, and it does really well. Show you the front from the back. I'll get up in it and we'll look and see what some of the modifications are. This is looking at the front of the boat from the back. I'm setting up on the back deck right now. As you can see, I've got two rod holders right there, one on the left and one on the right. This comes with a 12-volt trolling motor and no depth finder up front. I put a Lawrence Elite 4 on it, and I put a Motor Guide X5 digital 70 horsepower 24-volt trolling motor on it, which is really nice and very strong. Works really well. This is the console right here. This is the gray carpet that I put in there. I replaced all the wood in this boat with pressure treated marine grade lumber, changed it from a tan carpet to a gray carpet. I did leave the two plastic things up front right there, the bait holders, because they're really good for your baits, so you're not having them lay all over your boat, and they hold my 2 cent cans really well. I also added a measuring stick right there for the bass. When you weigh the bass in Oklahoma, they have to be 14 inches. And here's a close-up of the trolling motor, how it's mounted, along with the Elite 4 depth finder. This right here is the live well, not live well, but the bait well. You can put live bait in this right here, and it's still operational. This thing works really good, and it's actually still plumbed to the dash for the electric, and for the water you can turn it on from the console. Everything on this boat works as should. This is the storage. It has a little storage container in there where I put a lot of my junk. And then over here is a rod holder. I even carpeted the inside of the rod holder, and you can kind of see down in there. And you can put rods in there if you want to, but it's not very long. And so I put my crappie poles and stuff in there, and you can stick those in there, and it works pretty well. Looking at it from the front to the back, you can see when I took the passenger seat out, they give me plenty of room to move from the driver's seat up to the front quickly and back and forth without anything in the way. Really nice. I've got two rod saver straps that holds up to 6 rods comfortably with no problem. This modification right here, the live well, is probably one of my favorites right here. I'm gonna open this up and show you the insides of it. This is what the inside looks like. If you see that little black nozzle on the right hand side, that's where the water comes in from the lake. That little tube in the center is the drain when it gets up to that level of that, and it's about 13 inches. You can't hardly tell by looking at it right there, but it's about 13 inches up, which is plenty of water. Very nice little system right there. And one of the problems that I had when I did this is that I was fishing a tournament and I had bass in there, and I stuck another bass, and when I got ready to put it in the live well and I opened the lid, well, guess what? One of the biggest bass that I had in there jumped out back into the lake. So I thought, okay, I got to do something for that. So when I got home, this is what I made. Bam. I took some diamond plate aluminum, cut it out, made a spot to where I can drop my bass in there. Got a little cutout right there where the water goes in. Everything works as it should. Very nice little system right there, man. I love this thing. It holds a lot of fish. So that's the Igloo live well. This is the driver's seat. I don't have a place to store my lures like most bass boats, so I put them in containers and put them behind the seat. This is the console of the boat right here when you're looking at the console. The driver's seat, if you raise it up, it does have storage under there. That's where I keep the registration, my wetsuit, some warm clothes, my crackers and viney weenies and whatever you want. Underneath there is my life jacket. I keep that in there. This is what the dash looks like right here, which is really nice. And I did put in a, if you look to the right, that little rubber thing right there, that's where the phone plugs into. I put a marine grade